reasonable price. I think most of the good stuff are made in China.
Hey everybody, Erico here. So let's talk about some things that are going on the interwebs with China. Looking at China and all that is going on in the world with our president, Mr. Orange, Yellow, Round, No Wig Man, parading, trampling, destroying everything and all values of the world. He has still somehow found a way to influence, and this ties into the topic of today, which is this man that got his rise imitating Trump, the Donald Trump. And it's become kind of memeable at this point. People are absolutely just engrossed and amused by this man. And he started off teaching English.
My name is Ryan. In Chongqing, I reside. Though I never studied abroad, I've worked worldwide. I've been to 15 countries and worked in English with ease. In immersive environments, I excel.
Plains of Iowa. The distance between us is breaking my spirit. My time and experiences without you are meaningless.
So there are a lot of people that are praising him. There are Chinese people that are praising him because he learned how to speak English and he's never been to America. So for him to come online and to sound like the Donald Trump just took everybody for a loop, me included. I kid you not, when I look at these videos, and if I were to cover my eyes or look away, I would think it's Donald Trump talking. Like, I was like, he swallowed Donald Trump. He swallowed Donald Trump's vocal cords. He had to. Something is going on here. This is Donald Trump's Chinese twin from another mother that just got lost somewhere in China. And, you know, now he has reappeared because he is so good at doing this imitation. So much so that I thought it wasn't an imitation.
Guys, you know where we are? We're in Chongqing, China. Look at this. We're literally in the sky. Look at this. It's so high. It's so high. It's like we're walking in the sky. And the city is tremendous. If you look down there, it's like so many floors. There's so many layers about this city. And look at the way they plan their buildings. Vintage style. I love the facade, right? Density, and the density is pretty high. That means high plot ratio. More plot ratio means more homes for the society. That also means more deals, right? They're doing a pretty good job. They're doing a pretty good job. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And I'll tell you why, because the information surrounding this man, they talked about how he hadn't really been outside of China, but he was speaking English so well. And I was like, but he took the time to learn how to imitate a man that is basically like just big villain number one of everyone. And even of this man said home country and just what is going on with the trade wars and how that's affecting America and the riots, and it's just chaos right now. So I know that's kind of ironic because looking now at the relationship that China does have with Donald Trump, it's funny that he rose to prominence doing this imitation. And so he started out teaching English, just being normal, just not really bothering anybody. But those views, of course, because there's not a lot of drama, didn't really garner a lot of views. So he would go on from there and finally kind of get an increase during the exodus of TikTok, and when TikTok was said to be completely banned and just thrown in the trash can by the Donald Trump. He came on and he started uploading videos to TikTok as well as the Chinese equivalent of TikTok and Red Note, which a lot of people were running to because people were pretty much very much in their feelings and they did not know how to handle TikTok not being around. I do not use TikTok, so I cannot relate. But people definitely were upset and people felt a type of way. And so this man's videos came and people were just amused at how, and no matter what setting he was in, he was able to do the mannerisms and be like Donald Trump. Ugh. I do not like anybody that talks like Donald Trump. I don't like anybody that uses the mannerisms. I have nothing against this man. It is just people that talk like Donald Trump are so entitled and they feel like everything that they're saying is supposed to mean something to the person that they're talking to, or like they're above whatever the other person is saying and everything that they're saying is the law. When in actuality that is not true, and that what you're saying actually doesn't amount to much. You just think that because of where you come from and maybe your education and because you are using your hands that it means something. This guy imitating Trump to me wasn't too funny. What I did like, what I thought was hilarious, was the way he copied China. The way he would say China was so funny to me. Even though anybody imitating this man at this point in time is not reading the room and does not know what's going on, or is just, he got caught up in all of this and it's become his brand now. I do love how he is coming out and he's saying that he is not actually a comedian, that he was really just doing this for the attention and that he wants to focus more on being himself and also losing weight because he didn't want to look like, a meme or a character or a clown.
Hey, I'm Ryan. Just in case you didn't know my name, that explains why my Chinese ID is called Rico. It's like Saving Private Ryan the movie. And of course, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Today, more than 100 videos from my account suddenly went missing. It happened so fast, I didn't even realize what was going on. I've been trying my best to contact them, figure out what happened, so that I can mitigate the damage. I'm still waiting for their feedback. As far as I'm concerned, the ID of my account is taken away, so I don't have my ID for now. But I was told the traffic feeding mechanism of my account is still healthy. So this is also a test. If you can see this video, that means it's healthy, more or less, maybe a little bit compromised, but I think it's okay. And something I really want to say to my fans is that I really, really appreciate your support. Without your support, I wouldn't have made this far. But hey, look on the bright side. It's not the end of the world. In the near future, I'm planning to focus on the interpretation videos of English conversations by native speakers, which many of you guys have been asking for. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Let's stay tremendous. I guess I can still say that word, right?
Basically, in his videos, even though that's kind of what he became, because we have celebrities as well that were linking up with him, and he is seen as memeable because people just think that it's so funny that he sounds like Donald Trump. I thought that he just used Donald Trump as like a source to learn English, and I thought that for a while when I first found his videos. And then I come to find out that no, he's actually putting on a show. And I was like, oh, okay, because I saw videos of him talking normally. I saw videos of him speaking his native language. And I was like, so actually you are putting on a show. Like this isn't something that where like you just used it as a vocal point and then you just sound like that because Donald Trump talking or maybe Donald Trump's speeches were something he used to learn English. No, he actually literally was trying to be a quote-unquote comedian. So people see you as such. I don't see him as such because I think that this was all just kind of like a clout chase for him. And it's working because he was also working with tourism and he does videos where he's using Donald Trump's voice to promote China and Chinese cuisine. And I think it's a wonderful thing.
Excuse me. Hello, neighbor. How
Hi.
you doing? How you doing?
Good.
What is that you're drinking? Looks interesting.
It's guava.
Guava. How do you pronounce it?
Guava.
Guava.
Uh-huh.
Guava chihuahua. Guava. I'm sorry. You know what? It looks nice, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I take a look? Can I take a look?
Sorry,
Sorry, what is this? What is this?
This is a spoon.
Spoon? What is this green thing? What is that?
This is mint.
Look, here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
When you have a lot of useless stuff, those are just decoration. It look fancy. It doesn't do a thing. You know what we do? We shut them down.
Oh.
We shut them down.
Oh, okay.
Useless stuff. Useless. Let me give it a try. This is good, right?
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I don't know if you'll like it.
Let me give it a try. I don't know about this.
Oh.
It's average.
But let's be completely honest here. People are not paying attention to China or the Chinese cuisine that you are supposedly promoting. What they're paying attention to is you talking like the man that everyone pretty much is afraid of, that everybody hates, that everybody is just like, why did we allow him back into our space? And as a result, I do think that people are not gonna find this too funny now. It's not aging well because of the situations that are happening all around the world. I do applaud him though for learning how to speak English, but I will also say this side note.
Familiar? I don't know. This is the way I speak English.
You sure?
Yeah.
Chad, don't he sound so familiar? You sound like Trump. You do.
甲亢哥吃惊瑞哥的美式英语，说这是我听过的最棒的美式口音。
Are you from America?
I'm from local, I'm from Chongqing.
You from China?
Yeah, I've never been to America.
You got one of the best American accents ever.
Thank you.
Sing Super Idol, but the Trump version.
Super Idol 的笑容都没你的甜，8月正午的阳光都没你耀眼，热爱105度的你，滴滴青春的蒸馏水。
That's still tricking me out, bro. And you never been to America.
There were many articles and many people saying that, oh, he learned English without going to America. But then it came out that he actually did went abroad. He has been outside of China, but they were saying it originally like he had never left China and like he learned English. And I do know people that have never left their native land and the native language is not English, and they learned English and even had an accent. But he did come out and say that, he worked in business and he's been abroad and he obviously learned English because his English is very good, and the Donald Trump accent and the mannerisms are not him at all. So I was kind of like, when I saw that's what it was, I'm just like, okay, so yeah, this is basically just a whole show for you. So it's like, okay, so you basically made yourself into a meme and a clown and a sideshow in a way, because that's what people are seeing you as. They're seeing you as a sideshow. Every headline I've seen of him, it's not, oh, guy uses Trump's voice to promote the great wonders of China. It's, oh, it's Chinese Trump. And I'm like, is that really okay? Do you really want to be associated with the man that is really bullying your country and your country is fighting back right now? And mind you, when the whole Trump act goes away for him, that he probably won't have as many views, or either people will move on. But I do hope that he continues to still try to teach Chinese people English, because he does speak English very well. And I do know that there are many Chinese people that are contacting him and they do want him to teach them English, and he should. I do think that he should think about dropping the whole Trump act and all of that, because it's going to get to the point that's going to get played out and it's going to get weird and nobody's going to think that that's funny. I didn't think it was funny even when the comedic timing was right, and I still don't think that it's funny for the most part. But more power to him, more power to using this to garner a fan base and to get a lot of eyeballs attracted to his content, and for him to be in the news and for people to be talking about him. I don't know if Donald himself finds this amusing. He probably does. I'm surprised that he hasn't done a video with him, but considering what China's doing right now, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But It's great that he's mastered English and that people wanted to be around him because he sounded like Donald Trump. I guess. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also, blog News Asian Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching this video. Put below how you feel about this man and how do you feel about his comedic act and what he decided that he wanted to do, his overall cause. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.